I've been sitting here for a while just trying to clear my mind and gather my thoughts. I just don't feel like it today, if I'm honest. I've already been in like a self-reflecting mode, just thinking about the things that I am bothered by or that I want to see change, but not just like sitting there, oh, this annoys me, this bothers me, etc., etc., but like, how did I get here? What led to me being frustrated by these things? And I'm starting to realize that a lot of it stemming from just me wanting to do things in a particular way that leads to me being the only person being able to do it. That leads to then me being frustrated when I can't do it, like all by myself, and asking for help is like pulling teeth. Because nobody thinks it's that serious to do it, how I'm asking for it to be done. And I'm tired of being the person that has to keep asking over and over for anything. I try to be the type of person that when you ask me, I'll let you know right then and there whether or not I can do it. And if I can, try to give you a good idea when. And I know that everybody's not like that. And I guess that's fine because, people are different. But I feel like I'm often the one with the short end of the stick because I try not to even set an expectation, but then when I still get nothing, and it's not just, like within my household, but outside as well, then I'm kind of disappointed, or I feel let down, or I feel not supported in the things that I'm trying to do. And I know that I'm not like that with other people. So just trying to really get a grip on what I could do to change that for myself. I know that I'm the type that I will, look out for other people before I look out for myself. And I know that's the right way to be, but I realize that that's to the extent. And it's to the extent of, like, I'm just constantly feeling inconvenienced. Or nobody considers what they might have going on is an inconvenience to me. So, I don't know. I've just been reflecting. And, yeah. When you can see where you could have done things a little bit differently, or when you can see how something that you just learned, you wish you would have learned it a long time ago, I'm there. And so it's a little frustrating with that because it's like, it's out of my control. You can't determine when you learn something. You can't know what you don't know. And so now that I do know, just trying to figure out how to get from A to B. And it's been very, I don't know, y'all. I'm just not feeling it today. I'm just not. So I turned the camera off, but I decided to turn it back on. I don't like people to see me cry. But I think that could be a part of the problem too. I've been told that, I wear my emotions on my sleeve and I need to, toughen up. I've heard that all my life. I was the waterhead, baby. I cry all the time, but lately, this is probably the first time I cried in a while. Outside of maybe the other day when I locked myself in the bathroom, but I find myself trying to be strong and trying to be strong for others. Just to the point where I realize I don't have to be strong. I don't have to always be strong. I don't have to always be there for other people, especially when I feel like those same people or anybody else is not really there for me. I'm used to when I go through, I guess, my little moments like this, end up being lectured or told what a Christian is supposed to be like and what I'm supposed to do, as if I'm not human, as if emotions are a negative thing, especially as a woman. And I'm kind of over it. I know that God made me. He made me in his image and his likeness. He gave me emotions, and everybody's not always supposed to be hard and cutthroat all the time. I mean, I found myself just being bitter, trying to, not let things bother me and, just like suppress how I'm feeling. I know that's not good for me. I end up bottling things in, and I end up exploding. So not that I'm choosing to do what works well for me, I'm going to be more transparent with what I'm thinking. I think most people know how I'm feeling because, it shows on my face. I've been told that I can't hide. But I think what I haven't been sharing a lot are my thoughts. And, I feel like sometimes my thoughts are deeper than the ear that's listening. Or they can't really be contained or summed up in a couple of words because I'm still trying to figure them out. So now I'm just really trying to get back to just saying what's on my mind, and not in a way that I'm just, rambling on everything that comes to my mind. I'm just spitting it out because that's something that I've really been looking at over the years and studying from the book of Proverbs, of just not being a fool and just uttering everything and saying anything and everything. I'm very choosy with my words. But that doesn't mean go to the opposite extreme as holding things in or not saying what you really feel, or not letting other people in. It's like I've learned how to build a wall because you kind of get let down from others and their thoughts of your thoughts. So you shut them out. And I've done that probably very well for the last, I'd like to say 6 years. And I'm kind of tired of feeling like I can't be myself, or feeling like I can't really convey how I'm thinking because of how it makes someone else feel. And then I kind of die on the inside. Because I'm not really expressing how I feel. And that's in probably every relationship that I have, in my marriage, with my kids. I guess that's been the hardest one because I'm trying to teach them, how to live upright, how to live a godly life, how to deal with your emotions. But I really haven't been true with mine. There are days that I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be bothered, like today. There are days where I just want to sit and I want to reflect on my own issues and my own problems and my own thoughts. And as a mom, I feel like I can't get that. I'm always attending to everybody else. And I'm always taking care of everybody else. And my kids are not babies. I have a 15-year-old, I have a 13-year-old, and I have a 7-year-old. And I've tried to teach them, for the most part, how to be self-sufficient in so many areas of life. But I still feel like I don't even know if it's me or them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything's wrong with them. But just as far as feeling like I always have to pour out, and I don't really have anything that is pouring in. Or I don't have, like an older sister or older woman that I know that can say, hey, baby, come alongside. And that's been bothering me for years. So I've tried to kind of gain that from others, glean from different relationships that I do have. But I still feel like I have a lack of guidance in my own personal life as a woman. I think that is starting to show. They're knocking at my door now, and I'm not going to answer. And I'm feeling like it's difficult for me to even have to put my mind around the thought of me having to tell my kids that, look, this is your boundary with me. Because I've tried to make it myself available to them. Like when they want to talk, if they have something that they need to say to me, or they just want to spend time with me, I make myself available. But I'm to the point where I need to do that for myself. I need to make myself available for me, to have that time to think, have that time to reflect. Because I haven't been able to do that. It's been too much, from just taking care of the house and making sure everybody has what they need. And I've been neglecting me having what I need to be able to do those things. I know I was talking to a good friend of mine that, she's the type of friend I don't mind helping. I see her trying to help herself, and I don't mind at all. If I got something, baby girl, you got it. And I was telling her, sometimes I had to stop kind of beating myself up for not being able to help you right now, because I'm just not in a position to be able to do that. And, it took her reassuring me, she knows that I love her. She knows that if I could, I would. And she's cool with that. And I guess it just took her hearing I mean, her saying that, it took me hearing that from her to know that I'm enough. Our relationship is good enough. My rapport with her is good enough that she knows that even if I don't go out of my way, even if I don't even check up on her sometimes, that we are still good. And I think that I feel like I can't get that from my children. I've heard them say, you know, oh, mama don't love me, when they can't get what they think that they need. And that sucks. In a sense, it's kind of like manipulation, but at the same time, like, it's easy for other people to do that. It's easy for you to feel like, oh, because so-and-so isn't doing X, Y, Z for you like they usually do, then they don't love you. And I have to watch myself with thinking that with relationships that I have with my friends. You know, oh, they don't make time no more, da-da-da-da. But I think it just comes with letting each other know and communicating, this is what I have going on right now. I can't play Superwoman. I'm not Superwoman. I'm helpful. I think I'm a good friend. Or at least I've been told that. But like right now, I need a friend. I need others that are willing to go the extra mile and show true friendship, opposed to always receiving. I'm spent. Mentally, I'm spent. And I know that I'm not the only person that feels like this. I know, especially I'm not the only mama that feels like this. And I'm not without hope. I know that things get better, relationships improve, mindsets improve. I know that. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And I'm hopeful for those changes occurring. But right now, it's hard. It's hard transitioning from being always needed to being made to feel like you're doing the most. That's what happens when you have teens. Oh, my mama doing all this extra stuff, but then when you stop, then that's a problem too. So it's never enough. And I just want to say to anybody else that might be feeling like that, you are enough. Whether you're doing the most, whether you're doing the bare minimum, you're enough. We have purpose, and it's not just purpose that revolves around everybody else, but it's purpose that revolves around like why God made us, His purpose for us. And I'm just trying to get back to that. I'm trying to get back to not being so consumed with everything else, with everybody else, that I forget about what God made me for and why. I'm not going to be in this place forever, but I want to make sure that while I'm here, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have and making an impact. And it doesn't just stop with, you know, in my own personal life, but just in this world in general. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I feel like maybe I just needed to get that out. And I hope that it was able to help someone. I'm going to tend to this knocking at my door now. So now that I've gotten that out, which I think that's just what I really needed to do, I'm going to go about my day and do the best that I can with these piles of laundry everywhere. Because if I don't put them up, they ain't going to get put up. And yeah, I want to get a head start and go ahead and get dinner out of the way so that I can kind of focus on other things. The girls have an event that we're tentatively going to do for this coming up Saturday, tomorrow, for you guys that are watching on Friday when this video drops. And of course I need to edit and put up some other things that are out of place. That's all I've been doing pretty much this week, is moving and restructuring and reorganizing. And I feel like I've been doing this all day and it's tiresome, but I know that there'll be profit out of it, so I'm cool with it. So I am going to pick myself up and go get something to eat. That is a part of self-care that I don't know, y'all. Sometimes it's just not on my mind. Sometimes it's just like I don't have what I really want to eat or I know that I should eat. And that comes from even when I'm shopping or I'm getting things, you know, think about other people and not think about myself, because maybe what I want is a little bit more expensive than what everybody else may want. So I'm even done there. Don't like it, don't eat it. Bye.